What is the relationship between tradition and religion? Sometimes, Homoa, for example, ban on drumming and noise making. Churches have to obey, sort of. Sometimes there's trouble. And tell me, what's the relationship between tradition and church?
Raymond, I've always said this thing that sometimes we get carried away, we get swayed of thinking that tradition means fetishism. Tradition doesn't mean juju. Tradition doesn't mean wong or busum. Tradition means believing in where we come from and the good culture God has given us. Tradition doesn't condemn Christianity.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, in Ghana, and I'm saying this as an intellectual, in Ghana, Christianity enhanced our tradition. And let me give you instances. Most of our great leaders that we had as traditional leaders were trained by Christian missionaries, leaders.
All right.
The just past king of the Gans, Gamanche, Niamugi, was a trained organist in the Anglican Church.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Niamugi is more of a believer than even some of us who are preachers today.
All right.
Niamugi played organ in the church, and as a matter of fact, he was a regular church goer, and the Anglican took so much pride of him. If you go back to the Ashantis, Sir Nana Ajiman II was a caretaker of the Methodist Church, but he was one of the people who fought that everything that was done traditionally and customary should begin with prayer.
Okay.
Asantihini. If you look at people like Nana Kwekudria of the Ashantis, they were also very strong Methodist believers. I was reading the history of the Winnebers. Nana Gati himself was a lay preacher of the Methodist Church. And if you look at even the places like Volta region and others, the Evangelical Presbyterian Church gave room for a lot of things to be done. So to be honest with you, tradition and Christianity, the only thing that I get concerned about is sometimes ignorant people get carried away.
Okay.
And sometimes it pains me that intellectuals who are supposed to know better means that you have to be. Being a Ghanaian doesn't make you a non-Christian. Christianity, as a matter of fact, was not a white man religion.
And being a traditionalist doesn't make you a non-Christian.
No.
Okay.
So there were many great chiefs, and to be honest with you, it was because of their Christian background and educational background that rather gave them the impetus to become what we call the chiefs and the leaders of the clan. I mean, like if you go to Dodowa and the Shire, Dangwe Shire, or even Greater Accra, most of the leaders we have, check their histories, they were very strong believers. And that is what rather enhanced their role and leadership in tradition.
Okay, good.